Welcome to Real Bass Lessons. Today, let's get back into some Motown. Today, I want to teach you some Motown phrases, longer than one measure. We're going to make some 4 and 8 bar phrases. We're going to do that by taking 1 bar phrases and putting them together, creating a little question, answer, ultimate answer. The 1 measure phrases we're going to play are out of this book here. I'm going to teach them to you. And let's just do it, okay? Here's our first phrase. Play with me. Good, a little bit of the drums. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Now, our next phrase, by the way, if you've been with me here on Real Bass Lessons for all of my earlier Motown videos, you've probably already learned these licks, but we're going to put them together in sort of a fun, little unique way today. Here's our next lick. It goes... I screwed it up. There it is. Let's do it with the drum machine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So we're going to take that first lick and play it in the first measure. In the second measure, we're going to improvise a little. I'm going to play very much the first measure, but I'll change a little. Third measure, back exactly to the first measure. And the fourth one, this new phrase. Okay? So it creates a little, again, question, answer, question, ultimate answer. Let's see if I'll do it slow motion first. Watch. Here's the first one. Second measure. Back to the first one. Third one. That third lick is actually the fourth measure. Again, so we got measure, let's call them A's and B's. We got A, B, which has got a little improvisation in it, A, and then C. 3, 4. Cool. I was a little sloppy there, but that's the idea. Let's work on that with the drum machine. Here we go. Let's wait for the phrasing to come around. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got the idea? This is how you start taking these phrases that you've learned and worked on, memorized, and you start piecing them together, and then you maybe start making one special or one specific spot in your 4-bar phrase improvised. As you do this, or you have to do it to start to look, that's the only way you learn where it feels good to do those things. You can hear them, of course, by listening to Jamerson and the other classic players. But here, we have a chance to isolate them and work specifically on those rhythms. Because when the light's on and it's ready, set, Motown, man, you've got to have your stuff worked out. And it's got to be worked out and so solid that you can then piece them together and, quote, improvise with them, okay? So let's do that a little bit more. And then we're going to do it around the cycle of fourths. Just in our C for the moment. Here we go. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Now let's try to get this thing going around the cycle. So we do that 4-bar phrase, C, then F, then B flat. Ooh, It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. There's a lot of information, or it's a lot of phrases to remember. But after you get about halfway through, you'll get to where it's comfortable to, and you've got it down. Okay, let's give it a shot. Here we go. I'm gonna let my phrasing go all the way through here with the drums. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a big mouthful. Now you notice I just kept it exactly the same. My third measure of each one of those phrases was a little improvised one. And you say, well, Jim, how did you figure out what to do there? Well, I just copy other licks, or I take a piece of one lick, or I take a piece of another. Up here, I just did a little solo thing. You learn those, again, as one measure pieces of this overall language. And it's fun. This kind of practice is also valuable because it demands this, 2 or 3 minute nonstop, just sort of flow of sound, but also of your mind going, where are we at? What are we doing? How am I doing it? And of course, the goal is to do it over and over and over so you can get it just rock solid in tempo. Let's try it one more time. Maybe I can get a little more solid, okay? And in that third measure, do whatever you'd like. If you like the stuff I'm doing, copy that. Here we go. Let's do it again. 1, 2, again, play. Yeah. The biggest challenge, one of them, is when you start to do a little improvisation. You forget to get back to your phrase. And that's a big part of the practicing. We don't just want to play random stuff. The good players have patterns, have shapes, have rhythms, have little phrases that they play within. Sure, they move around in the middle of it, but they've got consistency to their overall line. So you don't want to be playing just random stuff. Now you want to be able to look for your little spot to play what we might call a fill, or just a separate little bass line, and then stay within the confines. It sounds too disjointed if every other measure is just all over the place. Cool. Now I hope you were playing along with me. If not, man, roll back and do this again. Come on, get this stuff going. I know you'll like it if you'll play it, okay? Fired up.